Peace Leute und was geht ab and welcome to my next video. The video is the zombie cell. Okay. Mission number 1, play. Lego. I'm start now the game. New zombie. They don't know what kind of soldiers will become in the top secret camp. Okay.
We need to blow up the entrance!
Fuck.
Oh, you'll never get me. Eat that!
My life is the 88 and go. Shooting the zombies.
I see dead people.
All out. The game is right great. Bam. Mission complete.
We can go.
Yes. It's very right and good game. Check it. Okay, I can know the weapon. Let's look it. Mission 2. One was where through the battle is no inevitable. Go and fight. Lego. Nothing. Okay, play. New zombie. The most popular zombie unite a new era of great empire. Okay, Lego. It's headshot.
Damn, I'm good. They're still coming. Damn, I'm good.
And mission complete. Continue. Later. Awaken. And bye. And buy the bullets. Okay, cancel. And now what is it? Okay. Weapons. Boosts. Okay. Fire. Slots. What is that? First beam. And now, mission 3. Lego. Play. Oh, it's not good. The green zombies. It's not good. Okay, it's great. Bam. It's headshot.
I see dead people. Damn, I'm good. Damn, I'm good.
Okay, I have to grenade. Fuck. Yes, this is right great. Mission complete. Water.
Finally, we're ready to go.
Okay, and go. The train, the drive. And now, what is this? Oh, okay. Mission 4. Play Lego. And here comes the train. I'm have to.
I see dead
fuck.
people. Revenge time. Oh, you'll never get me.
Okay, it's great. This is great. That's right, good game. and mission complete.
We gotta move out.
Okay, that's good. It's right good. That's right good. Mission 5, and this is the finished mission. Play. Tap continue.
We're waiting on the reinforcements. Oh, you'll never get me.
The zombies is crazy. The game is not so scary. The I have king. Okay, let go. Oh fuck.
They're still coming.
Careful. Fuck, zombies there. Shit.
Kill them all.
Mission complete.
Okay, I fixed the engine.
Okay. This is the end from the game, and now come the CNN News. Welcome to the CNN News, and this is the US politics news. Lego.
We're gonna move into the next segment. We're gonna talk taxes.
As it feels like the 2016 election never ended, there's a good reason. Special counsel Robert Mueller is investigating Russian government interference in the 2016 campaign. U.S. intelligence agencies say Russia orchestrated an effort to help Trump win. But why? Thanks in large part to Russian President Vladimir Putin's long-standing grudge against Hillary Clinton.
President Putin, did you want President Trump to win the election, and did you direct any of your officials to help him do that?
Да, я хотел, чтобы он выиграл. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because he talked about bringing the U.S.-Russia relationship back to normal. The Russian state has never interfered and is not going to interfere into internal American affairs, including election process.
The testimony you are about to give.
Mueller charged a dozen Russian operatives with hacking the Democratic National Committee and Clinton's campaign's chairman, and then sharing their spoils with WikiLeaks for publication.
WikiLeaks! I love WikiLeaks!
Trump used those emails to attack Clinton on the campaign trail. Mueller also indicted 13 Russians, including a prominent oligarch, for spreading disinformation through social media sites like Facebook. We'll probably learn more about the Russian operation in Mueller's final report. But the million-dollar question is, did Trump or anyone on his team coordinate with Russia to win the election? One day we'll learn the truth.
There was absolutely no collusion. Everybody knows it.
The Russia investigation has been a constant drag on Donald Trump's presidency,
There should have never been any Mueller investigation.
and he's ramped up his attacks against Special Counsel Robert Mueller as it's brought down some of his closest allies.
It's an attack on our country in a true sense.
So here's what you need to know. Several of Trump's associates have already pleaded guilty, and Mueller is still investigating Trump for potential obstruction of justice. The president shuffled around his legal team and brought on Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City.
The president would testify tomorrow if it was about the truth. The truth is, he had nothing to do with Russia.
Trump's team haggled with Mueller for months over how he would answer Mueller's questions, and eventually they submitted written responses about potential collusion.
I was asked a series of questions. I've answered them very easily. Very easily.
Trump fired Attorney General Jeff Sessions after spending more than a year berating him for recusing himself from the investigation.
The Attorney General made a terrible mistake when he did this and when he recused himself.
Trump's pick to replace Sessions is William Barr, who was Attorney General under former President George H.W. Bush.
Good afternoon.
If he's confirmed by the Senate, he'll be Mueller's new boss.
The witch hunt, as I call it, should never have taken place.
There was no collusion whatsoever. There never has been.
I think it's a disgrace what's going on. We'll see what happens, but I think it's really a sad situation.
Trump hasn't ousted Mueller. That could be a line he isn't ready to cross. Meanwhile, Mueller has continued to rack up the indictments and guilty pleas and quietly prepare his final report. Michael Cohen was once President Donald Trump's right-hand man,
To New Hampshire.
but now they're bitter enemies.
Mr. Cohen, how did it go today?
Cohen was Trump's lawyer for years. He once even bragged that he would take a bullet for Trump.
I'm a loyal employee.
But things changed when Cohen got caught up in the Russia investigation.
So I just heard that they broke into the office of one of my personal attorneys, good man, and it's a disgraceful situation.
FBI agents got a search warrant to raid his home and offices, and they seized thousands of documents.
And how have you been doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
The pressure was eventually too much for Cohen.
Mr. Cohen.
He pleaded guilty to 8 crimes, including breaking campaign finance laws at Trump's direction and facilitating hush money payments
Hi, everyone.
to 2 women who accused Trump of affairs. Trump has denied these affairs.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
No.
Then you probably remember this audio. It's a secret recording of Cohen talking with then-candidate Trump.
When it comes time for the financing, which will be what financing? We'll have to pay yourself. No. I got it.
Cohen later pleaded guilty to lying to Congress about efforts to land a Trump real estate deal in Russia during the campaign. That project never happened, but it put the spotlight back on Trump's Russia ties, and Trump saw the admission as nothing less than a complete betrayal. Trump says Cohen acted on his own. To potentially lessen his sentence, Cohen started helping Special Counsel Robert Mueller. A federal judge sentenced Cohen to serve 3 years in prison. Few in Washington have had a fall from grace like Michael Flynn. The retired Army general served with distinction in Iraq and Afghanistan, and he later ran the Defense Intelligence Agency. But after he loudly criticized President Barack Obama,
The next president of the United States, right here.
Flynn found a new home in 2016 with the Trump team.
Michael
He
Flynn.
quickly became a featured speaker on the campaign trail.
Lock her up. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Lock her up.
President Donald Trump picked Flynn to be his first national security advisor, despite an Oval Office warning from outgoing President Obama. Shortly after Trump's inauguration, news broke that Flynn was under investigation. He lied to FBI agents who asked about his phone calls with the Russian ambassador during Trump's transition.
If you would please rise,
Court filings from Special Counsel Robert Mueller revealed that Trump's transition team directed Flynn to talk to the ambassador. They discussed. Under pressure from investigators who were also looking into his consulting firm, Flynn pleaded guilty to lying about those phone calls, and he started to cooperate with Mueller. Prosecutors recommended no prison time for Flynn in exchange for his extensive help, but the full details of his cooperation haven't become public knowledge quite yet. Paul Manafort and Rick Gates, they were business partners for years, doing lobbying work in Ukraine for the Russia-friendly government. They later joined the Trump campaign, and now they're at the center of the Russia investigation.
Trump will be officially the nominee of the Republican Party. So
Manafort was Trump's campaign chairman, but he was dogged by questions about their Russian connections throughout the race.
So to be clear, Mr. Trump has no financial relationships with any Russian oligarchs.
that's what he said. That's what I said. That's obviously what our position is.
In 2017, Manafort and Gates were charged with dozens of financial crimes relating to their work in Ukraine. Gates pleaded guilty to 2 counts and agreed to cooperate with Special Counsel Robert Mueller. He later testified against his former mentor. Manafort was convicted at trial of bank and tax fraud, and he too later pleaded guilty to additional charges and also agreed to cooperate.
Tough day for Mr. Manafort, but he's accepted responsibility.
But that deal fell apart, and Mueller has since accused him of lying. President Donald Trump has stood by Manafort, despite his legal troubles.
I think a lot of it's very unfair.
But he's tried to downplay Manafort's role on the campaign.
He worked for me for a very short period of time, but you know what? He happens to be a very good person. And I think it's very sad what they've done to Paul Manafort.
Meanwhile, Mueller continues looking into their contacts with Russians. Gates has continued helping the investigation, and both men could face years in prison for their crimes.
Okay, and this is the finish from the video, and we see us in the next video. So Leute, das war's dann auch schon mit diesem Video. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, lasst einen Daumen hoch, schreibt in die Kommentare, welche Spiele ich noch spielen kann. Vergesst das Abonnieren nicht und vergesst die Glocke nicht zu aktivieren, so bekommt ihr regelmäßig eine Benachrichtigung, wenn ein neues Video hochgeladen hat. Und wir sehen uns im nächsten Video. Bis dahin, Peace.